Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Today, we have a serious topic to discuss, one that could potentially impact millions of Americans who rely on Social Security for their monthly income. Since the inception of the Social Security Administration back in August of 1935, the agency has had an impeccable track record of issuing benefit payments on time, every single month. For nearly 90 years, that consistency has brought a sense of reliability and stability to millions of seniors, disabled individuals, and surviving family members across the country. However, that unbroken streak might soon come to an end. According to a former high-ranking government official, a major disruption could hit Social Security as soon as next month in June. And if this happens, it would mark the first time in almost a century that the agency fails to deliver payments on time. So, what's really going on here? Who's making these claims, and why? Is there any truth to this warning, or is this just political noise in an already heated landscape? Alright, back to Social Security. Since August 1935, the very first month checks were ever issued, the Social Security Administration has not missed a single month. That's nearly 1,070 consecutive months of uninterrupted payments. Whether the country was at war, in a recession, or dealing with a pandemic, those payments still went out. But according to Martin O'Malley, a former Social Security commissioner who served under the Biden administration, that perfect record could soon be in jeopardy. Back in March of this year, O'Malley issued a stark warning. He stated that within 30 to 90 days, we could begin to see significant disruptions in the payment system. He pointed directly at recent policy shifts, administrative changes, and internal budget issues as potential triggers for this disruption. According to him, these changes, particularly those linked to figures like Elon Musk and the Trump-era leadership, are causing systemic cracks within the Social Security Administration. In fact, he warned that the agency is on the verge of cascading failures that could lead to missed or delayed benefit payments. Now, let's talk specifics. What exactly did O'Malley say? According to a report from the Daily Beast, O'Malley testified in front of the Democratic Steering and Policy Committee. He stated, "The Trump co-presidency is gutting the agency. It is breaking it from within, and it will ultimately lead to cascading failures, interruptions, and system shutdowns that will eventually, within the next couple of months, lead to benefit interruptions for the first time in 90 years. That is a very bold and serious accusation. We're talking about a statement that implies millions of seniors, disabled individuals, and others who rely on these payments might not receive them on time, or at all." Now, it's important to recognize that Martin O'Malley is closely aligned with the Democratic Party. He has a history of publicly criticizing figures like Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and he's made it clear that he believes Republican leadership is damaging the integrity of federal agencies. So, his political views could be influencing these dire predictions. That said, it's also true that internal reports have shown the Social Security Administration is currently underfunded, understaffed, and operating on outdated technology. O'Malley argues that few people inside the agency actually understand how the entire payment infrastructure works. If the system goes down, it may take weeks, or even months, to fully restore operations. And that's not all. In a follow-up statement to CNBC, O'Malley elaborated even further. He said, "Ultimately, you're going to see the system collapse and an interruption of benefits. I believe you will see that within the next 30 to 90 days. Ahead of any interruption, people should start saving now. If those payments are delayed, even by a few weeks, it could lead to devastating consequences. Think about it. No rent money, no grocery funds, missed utility payments, and unpaid medical bills. The ripple effect would be massive. It's not an exaggeration to say that millions of people would be thrown into crisis if even a single payment cycle fails." Now, let's talk a bit more about the technological vulnerabilities within the Social Security Administration. According to the same CNBC article, the SSA relies on multiple legacy systems and outdated technologies, some of which date back decades. Elon Musk and other tech critics have long argued that these systems are prone to errors and urgently need modernization. When O'Malley served as SSA commissioner, he reportedly requested increased funding to update the agency's technology infrastructure. But instead of securing those resources, he claims that budget cuts and staff reductions took place. As a result, system outages have become more frequent and longer-lasting. If left unaddressed, these outages could evolve into a full-blown system crash. Now, there's another layer to this story we need to cover. Recently, Martin O'Malley came under legal scrutiny for comments he made while still in office. According to government executive, the Office of Special Counsel, OSC, determined that O'Malley violated the Hatch Act, which restricts political activity by federal employees. The OSC specifically cited a local radio interview from October 2024, where O'Malley criticized Trump's proposals, stating, "I certainly can't tell anybody who to vote for, but I can tell you that the proposals coming from Donald Trump would quickly deplete Social Security. We wouldn't be able to pass it on to our kids the way our grandparents passed it on to us." Now, that comment might sound cautious, but in the eyes of the law, it crossed a line. The Hatch Act prohibits federal employees from making political statements in their official capacity, and O'Malley was still commissioner at the time. The OSC concluded that, while he didn't directly endorse any candidate, his statements could reasonably be interpreted as encouraging people to vote against Donald Trump, especially with Social Security as the central issue. Because O'Malley is no longer in government, no disciplinary action is being taken. But this controversy adds more political heat to an already burning topic. So, where do we go from here? As of now, April and May payments have been distributed on time. If June benefits go out as scheduled, O'Malley's prediction will not come to pass, at least not within his stated 90-day window. That would suggest the warning was either exaggerated or premature. Still, the broader issues he raised, like technological fragility, staffing shortages, and political interference, remain real concerns. Whether you agree with his politics or not, the underlying vulnerability of Social Security's infrastructure is something that deserves national attention. So here are some questions I'll leave you with. What would you do if your Social Security check were delayed by 30, 60, or even 90 days? Do you have a backup plan in place, savings, support from family, or another form of income? Do you believe political interference is hurting Social Security, or helping it modernize? Drop your answers in the comments section below. I read every comment, and I'm genuinely curious to hear your perspective. That's all for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future updates on this evolving story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.